Hey guys, welcome to the Vault. This is part 3 of Ask the Vault. You guys have sent in some questions for us to go through. We're excited to answer them. So hopefully you guys enjoy.
Yeah, this is the final installment. Let's just jump right on in.
All right,
let's do it.
All right. All right. What are the top 3 fitted hat groups on Facebook? I'm not sure if this is a question that's meant to incite trouble.
Yeah, I don't know the intentions of this this question, but
all right, so I'll answer because I'm the one who I'm willing to get in trouble.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, FHS. Now, that doesn't mean I don't appreciate the other ones. Now, I want to be clear. Anything that creates community to me is great. So if it's Fitted Mafia, if it's Team Fitted, which we're a part of, there's all kinds of different groups out there. So whichever one floats your boat is where you go, man. But I will say I spend a majority of my time in FHS because what I like about FHS is there's lots of different levels of collector there. You got brand new people, and there's always a ton of new blood coming in there. You have some veterans that have been around for a long time. You have some middle of the road guys that just want to kind of watch, be that fly on the wall that just kind of watch. And I know it may be a little bit biased because I'm an admin in that group. But that doesn't, I want to make this clear. That doesn't mean I don't like the other groups. It just means that this one is the one where I spend a majority of my time. How about you guys?
There's a lot of great groups out there. I would just suggest, join as many as you can. Find the one that you like the people and the content the most, and then just stick with it. I belong to quite a few. But yeah, like you, I spend most of my time in FHS. That's the content I like to see.
Yeah. FHS, I think, is the easiest one to get in. You just have to fill out the questionnaire properly. So if you can read, you can get in. There's a lot of ones out, like that are out there as well that are more niche and focused, whether it's Team Fitted, Fitted Mafia, the
Cap Collector. Yep.
But there's also a lot of local ones. So if you're in a specific area, I know there's a Canadian New Era Cap Collector group. Malaysia has Cap Maniacs. The Philippines has a Capaholic. Germany has.
There's a ton of them. There's a ton of them. But I think when we think about the question here, top 3. I mean, I don't know. I think it's more about just pick one that you really enjoy and spend a majority of your time there. But the more you expose yourself to, the more fun you're going to have. So it is
exactly.
Yeah. If you get to create another hat like the Pierre, what would be the logo used? Can you wear a dad hat on one of the shows? Did he ask that too?
No, that might be just the leftover part from
oh, okay. That's really weird.
That would be really weird if you asked that too. Yeah, I think. Sorry. So
and then had the same and had the same spelling error.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not. There is others coming, so I'm not. I don't want to share what the logo is that's gonna be used.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't. I love. Go ahead, Jason.
Hey, I was gonna say the same thing. I know. There's one for sure. For a Jason, if you will, in the works. We'll just have to see when it arrives. But I would definitely go towards more retro minor league defunct logos if I had to choose one.
Yeah, and to be clear, I never asked for the hat to be called the Pierre. So I had someone tear me up, what an arrogant. I didn't ask for that to be named the Pierre. That's what my friend John Jay from My Fit is named it. I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm not that arrogant, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
And Brian chose the name of the Leon.
Yeah. I didn't ask for it. He just named it after me because of my passion for the Raptors. So I do appreciate it.
You know what I like about this is we get to have our stamp on something that we otherwise might not have. So I find it to be an honor to be able to do this kind of thing and be a part of something like this. So so there is another one coming. There's one coming for each of us, I'm sure, in some way, shape, or form. And I think
the Leon part 2 has been confirmed.
Yeah, and I'll say this: you're gonna like them. I think you will. All right, cool. Yeah. All right. Because you're a Red Sox fan, absolutely.
And for the same reason, absolutely not. I'm
Well,
kidding, Neil. I'm kidding,
yeah,
Neil. It
Neil
was
will be,
great having you.
yeah, it
You
was
on.
great having
Yeah,
him on. We'll have Neil
yeah,
on again for sure.
absolutely.
There's always room for more collectors on here. So
Hmm.
absolutely, you'll be on at some point soon, Neil. So thank you for reaching out. And Leon's already outvoted 2-1, so you will be on. Oh, this is good. All right. So favorite
This year.
collection so far this year from Hat Club. All right.
Mm.
I don't know if you're gonna get a lot of debate here.
So there's one caveat. Our year started in November, December for Views of the Fault purposes. So for me, it would be the Diamond Crossover collection. But I know everyone starts their year in January, so I have to find a different answer.
No, I mean it's they're asking us the question. I'd say for me, it's gonna be the Diamond Crossover
Mhm.
because that's how I'm looking at the year for. But yeah, I don't know, man. I guess
Yeah. But if we were to start it strictly 2021, I think it so far might be either the Black Domes or the Soda Pack.
yeah. If you take that, well, from Hat Club, Black Dome for me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, from Heckler.
Non-Hat Club for me would be the Soda Pack from 4U Caps.
Okay.
If we're only saying from January till now.
Yes.
Right. I don't.
When did the ladies drop? Ladies one.
That was in December too.
Oh, was
Okay.
it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Because the ladies one might have a run, might give it
Yeah.
a
Was
run.
it? Was that in December?
I'm pretty sure it was.
I think it was December. It was like late
Yeah.
December.
Yeah, because it was. I think it was the week before the Diamond Crossover.
Would that be in your? Yeah, let's take that out of the equation because it's so close, too close to call, right? You put them
Right.
in. That could be in there too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I do like the ladies collection, but in sheer numbers, there's just way more Diamond
Yeah.
Crossover, right? So I give the slight edge to Diamond Crossover, but the ladies is right there.
Black Dome is great too, man. That collection is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. What would you rate between Black Dome and Cookies and Cream? Because that's like a fair battle, I think.
The push.
It's close, right? It's very close.
I might go. I would go Cookies and Cream, but
wow.
slight advantage on that one.
It's tough, right?
Both hats to me. If I need a go-to hat, like I'm just looking for something that'll just work.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go into one of those two bins in the vault.
Yeah. That's the tough part, right? Black goes with everything. So, I mean, given a choice,
and that green under's classic. So it's
yeah, it's tough. That's tough. But great question, Air Max.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I got a good story on that one.
All right, Jason, what's your story?
So about 4 or 5 years ago, I wasn't really a collector. I just had a fitted that I wear, maybe a couple.
Mm-hmm.
But then about 4 or 5 years ago, a coworker dared me to go as Harry Styles as Halloween, and he wanted me to actually grow out my hair and have the long Harry Styles hair. So I'm like, all right, challenge accepted. So I got to that point where my hair was long enough that it looked terrible, but short enough I couldn't do anything with it. So I started wearing more and more and more hats, and I'm like, let's get some more hats. So I was traveling a lot for work. So at that point, I would go into every stadium and only buy hats at stadiums. And then I stopped traveling and I was like, oh, I need more hats, and just kept going from there. And that was the birth of Hat Crawler and everything like that. So it all came out of a Halloween bet.
That's funny.
Nice. How about you, Leon?
I don't know. I just really got obsessed with like what a new hat feels like, I think, and just having that new hat feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of hats as a kid, but like I would wear them out until they're like disgusting.
Yeah, we saw on the last episode.
So I think part of it is just like, for me, like there's nothing like putting on a brand new hat. So you just, if you have a lot of hats, they all feel like that. So I guess that's kind of why I started collecting.
Mine's all my dad, man. I mean, my dad. I've posted on my Instagram before, and on Facebook, my dad's like little hat wall, and he's evolved over time. He used to wear 5950s and the big front hats, like that he now thinks is a billboard, and he's gone the dad hat route. But he will, any hat that I'm involved in, he will wear. But my dad is certainly it. My dad wasn't a very materialistic guy at all. He just wasn't. He always wore work pants, his boots, but he always had a good hat. Always.
You guys ever seen a welder hat?
No.
The hat they wear under their
like
mask.
Backwards. They gotta wear it backwards, right?
Well, not if they get a proper welder hat. The bill on it is like
Shorter.
this big. So
Yeah.
my dad always had a ton of those laying around because that's what he did for the majority of my youth. So I didn't start collecting because of him, because those hats are ugly as hell.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a heartwarming story, and it wasn't.
No, not at all.
We learned your dad is a welder, and
He was.
And you didn't like his hats.
Nope.
Wasn't sweating in them. The crazy. Those must have been kind of dirty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's cool though. All
Five
right.
hat battles in 2021.
I think we've kind of, and you guys can tell me if you don't agree, I think we've kind of handed off the torch to the younger dudes for this, because
Yep.
and I'll tell you why. We really enjoyed doing them, and it was fun. But what ends up happening, guys, is the content is so reliant on other people that, we'd have people back out of the hat battle, come to the hat, then not show up. It was just so much. We don't do this for a job. This is what we do for fun. So when something becomes work, we back out.
Yeah.
And this one became way too much work because we were tracking people down.
Yeah.
We set up a whole tournament, right? Jason put all kinds of time into a tournament, and then no one was showing up, or they weren't answering
it, and people were in the wrong bracket, and we couldn't even finish it.
We might do one-offs, right? Like one-offs,
maybe.
But at this point, it's kind of moved to Instagram, and there's some younger guys doing that, and I want to let them have their time to shine, and we do our thing. So
yep, they're doing a great job with it. Scheduling just became an absolute nightmare. And so we just stopped doing it. And so, but there's another avenue for it. And
and Leon and I committed a long time ago. Like a lot of people ask that Leon and I to do it, and we're not going to do that. I mean,
well, you can tell how long we've been doing it for. You even see our old logo in there. Shout out to John from Ink Park. But we it was one of the things that Robert Martin, he was having trouble solving some issues in FHS, and I told him, put it to a hat battle, make them face each other, and then the loser gets kicked out of FHS. So as a joke, started from there, and then once we started Views from the Vault, it was something that we used to fill the content. We had a lot of fun doing it.
It started there, but then Frank, the admin from FHS, he really put together cool tournaments within there.
Yeah.
And then we said, let's take this to a more a live kind of interactive thing. And it was fun, man, but we're done with it.
Yeah. But shout out to Lorenzo. Good question.
Yeah.
How do you clean your hats dust wise?
Yeah.
Hat brush.
I always
brush.
When it comes down to dust, if
hat club?
I like the one from Ebbetsfield Flannels. I like both. I use the Ebbetsfield one's a little bit smaller. It has a smaller head to it, so you can kind of get into the smaller spaces and stuff. But the Hat Club one is good too. But if I have let's say I leave like a little pile of hats out and they accumulate some dust, I just take a little air duster and just spray it off of there real quick. But
the brush that comes with the Captition kit is really, really good too. It's got a long handle.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
It's a little bit kind of more narrow, so you can really get in the creases of the front of the hat.
The one from over your head caps is good too. Over your head is good too.
The mini one. Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
Any horsehair brush. I have this thing handy with me whenever I open up a box, because you'll get little bits of cardboard and whatnot on your hat. So just hit it all over the place. And then
is that the Hat Club one?
This is the Hat Club one, but any horsehair brush will.
Well, Hat Club also has this cheaper one, right?
The sponge one. That one does. All
it
right
works.
too.
It works good too. This one to me, it actually works better when you're dealing with hair and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So if there's pet hair or something, this one works better. We'll do a comparison on that at some point. We got a bunch of different ones we can compare and contrast. So Great question.
Yeah.
All right. What advice would you recommend to new members of the community? If you guys are okay, I guess I could start, and then you guys can add some stuff. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
go for it.
I'd say the first thing is to go in with an open mind and understand a little bit about the community you're in first before really really interacting or asking anything. Like, just kind of wait, just feel it out, see what the vibe is like. Because if you're in a group that really fosters like the learning environment, I think you'll quickly find out, and you'll be able to ask a lot of good questions and whatnot. But don't go in trying to see what you can get out of the community, meaning like what can you do to benefit yourself in monetary ways. I think that's the biggest mistake you can make. Like, look for a community that is going to foster great teaching, and then you engage in that, and you kind of take things from people learning wise, but not money. I think the worst thing you can do is go into a community and try to gain some sort of monetary gain. Does that make sense, guys?
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go in and try to learn something, and then once you get comfortable, see what you can impart on the other members of the community that's vital to them. So it could be something that you've learned over the years that would be helpful for somebody else, or even a new perspective because maybe you're a new collector, like something that you're seeing differently than everybody else. But wait until you kind of get in there and contribute in a general sense before you really get too deep into anything.
Mm-hmm. I think the big thing for new members of the community is just make sure that you get into it for your own reasons, and you're not, trying to really follow too many trends or whatever. Don't fall into the trap of just taking everyone's advice on what's good or what's valid, or if it's not Hat Club, it's the Dub, or the Musa snobs, or people who don't buy hats that are not made in USA. Like, I just think that, like, just go in with your own opinions and kind of buy what you like, and don't be easily influenced by what's trendy or hot, because that could change really, really quick.
Yeah.
So
The worst thing is seeing someone come in who just wants to sell their collection, and that's all they want to do. They want to sell stuff or make money off of somebody. Like that's the worst thing. You make that to me is the biggest mistake you can make. So my recommendation would be, don't do that, and just be a good member of the community.
Yeah. If you're new to hat collecting or collecting anything in general, right? One thing I would say is set a budget and stick to it. Don't try and keep up with the Joneses. Don't try and keep up with people like Pierre or Leon or any of the other big, really heavy collectors, because you're not going to be able to, and you're going to go broke trying. Buy what you like. Don't chase after all the hype stuff. And just set a budget and stick to it.
Yeah, I think that's a good rule of thumb. Cool. Do you ever buy a hat for your collection that wasn't your size? I did this. I have done this a couple of times. But how about you guys? I'll share why in a minute.
Me personally, no, because I wear all the hats I buy, and if I can't wear it, I'm not going to buy it. And I think we did it in episode 2 or whatever, where I don't have a grail, so I don't have a hat or a logo I'm chasing after. So I'm not going to buy something I can't wear.
Leon, how about you?
I've done it once. It was a really, really old Huff design that was only available in 3/4. I can fit a large 3/4, so I just bought it on the off chance that I could fit it. I couldn't fit it, and now it's just sitting and collecting dust, and it annoys me. I bought a couple snapbacks because when the Raptors went on their championship run, I had to buy them. I'm a size 8, so I don't really fit them at all. Other than that, not really.
Yeah, I did this once with Clink Room cap, an old Clink Room 1.0 cap, and I would continue to for those caps.
Okay.
So if I could find any Clink Room original runs, and it's not my size, I don't care. I'll get it.
Cool. And in fact, these hats, the ones that don't fit me, are the only hats that I will actually sell or give away. If I get a hat in and it's too small, or it's mistagged, even worse, because I've had that happen a few times. I will actually sell those, because I buy hats to wear them. So if I can't wear them, they're gone.
They're gone. Yeah. Cool.
All right. All right. What are some of your favorite MILB or local baseball logos and hats? Let's just stick with logos on this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So why don't we do this? Why don't each of us do our favorite local MILB logo?
Go
Or
for it.
in your case, Leon, I guess
Well, for me, I would just follow anything that isn't affiliated to the Blue Jays. So any of the Bisons, even the old affiliates, I love, like the 51s, Syracuse Chiefs, New Hampshire Fisher Cats, Dunedin Blue Jays, Bluefield Blue Jays, anything that's in the farm system of Toronto.
Yeah.
I try to get. And then you guys are a huge influence on me. John Bear as well. I'm starting to really, really dig the vintage MILB defunct. I can't find them anymore, kind of logos. I get really excited when Hat Club does it. Hat Heaven is starting to do it a little bit. My Fitteds, thanks to you, Pierre, I think is getting into minor league baseball. Topper's store is remixing old logos with new colorways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're not gonna get like an easy answer from us because we all love minor league baseball logos.
Well, I could narrow mine down a little bit. I would say for me, anything Red Sox affiliate. So I'm not going to go any further than that. Like with the Red Sox, that's very simple for me. It's just anything Red Sox affiliate, like you with Toronto. But I would say also New England teams. So starting in Hartford, the Hartford Yard Goats, some old New Haven Ravens stuff. Anything in New Hampshire. There's a bunch of teams. There's a team in New Hampshire. Anything like New England. I like. So I really do have an affinity towards those, but I do like all old defunct minor league, like you do, Leon.
I absolutely love defunct minor league, but some of my favorite local logos. I actually just picked this one up this week, and this is the Des Moines Demonios. So it's the Copa for the Iowa Cubs. Love that logo. The Quad City Swing is it was the Quad City River Bandits now, but that was like late 90s, early 2000s, where they were like a jazz theme. And then the Cedar Rapids Colonels, their bat K corn looking logo is one of my all-time favorites.
Nice.
Local logos.
Nice.
Cool.
All right.
And that
was
just to the end.
That was it. Wow.
That was it.
Quick and painless, right? So really great question. Yeah, really great questions. I enjoyed doing this. Obviously, obviously I'm sure there's a lot more questions out there. So we'll pose these questions back out. The general question back out to the community soon. But for now, I think this was really good. I think it's a good quality segment that we can continue on. Maybe we can get some folks to come on with us, maybe, and ask some questions live. That would be cool.
Maybe Neil. He has to be on again.
All right. Well, that sounds good. So listen, I thought this was fun. Guys, as always, thank you for all you do. We're really cruising along. The channel's really doing well, and I think we're gaining some steam and some support. So none of that's possible without all of the hard work that you guys are putting into. So let's take it away, Leon.
Yep. Make sure you guys smash that like button, rate, review, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We will be back with some more exclusive content later in the week. Until then, stay fitted, and we'll catch you guys soon.
See you, everybody.